What is good, y'all? SGG gang, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Reds rebuild episode, man. As we are still here in the NLCS against the Philadelphia Phillies, we are up now 2-0. As we were able to go on the road, steal the 2 games. You know, you like to normally steal one. We stole both, so we'll be coming back for a nice little 3-game homestand here with a chance to sweep in game 2 or 3. But we gotta take care of business in game 2 or 3 of the homestand, but 4 or 5 overall. But we got to take care of business here with game number 1 at home and game number 3 officially, as we look to go and take down Ranger Suarez, who I think they will have on the mound here starting today. If you guys are enjoying the content, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. A lot of people are viewing these, but I'm not seeing the subscriber count go up by that much or the likes go up. If you are enjoying the video, please do that for your boy. It really helps support the channel. It helps it grow. It helps me show that you guys want me to continue this series. We will be going into Madden 23 after this, so hopefully we can go ahead and pull out a World Series victory here in what could be the final season. I mean, if we don't win the World Series, things could change, but here we've got our eyes on the prize. We're already up 2-0 with a great chance to go ahead and try to take care of this one, and that man Bryce Harper is going to look to stand in our way to see if he can get the Philadelphia Phillies in position to be playing for that National League pennant. Switch up to the rotation, as you guys know. So pitcher number 3 this time will be Tyler Mahaley, who has gotten a start already, 8 2/3. Wasn't able to get the complete game last time, just give it 1 earned run, but was still able to get a very solid victory. 7 strikeouts, only 4 hits given up in that game. We're looking for another strong performance here to go ahead and put us in a situation to where we can sweep, where we could see Luis Severino maybe pitch game 4 if he's not tired. That would be the ultimate dream there, to go ahead and have him do that and have plenty of rest to go ahead and start game 1 of the World Series 2 as well. So it'll be all up to Tyler Mahaley as Gene Segura steps into the batter's box to get things started with a high fly ball out to left center field, which Jay Allen will get underneath, corral it, and that'll be an easy 1 pitch, 1 out to start the game. 2 pitches later to Perdomo, we get him to ground over to India, who will glove this one and nicely and quickly get that over to first base. So 2 outs already. Bryce Harper looking for his first at bat, looking to maybe get things going here early as Shohei Ohtani makes his way into the batting lineup this time. Had a day off from pitching and just a day off from baseball in general in game 2. Now he's back in the lineup looking to make it just as dangerous as ever. And so far we got a 3-1 count here, looking and trying to be a little bit careful to Bryce Harper. Don't want him to make that one swing worth it. 3-1. Chops this one on the ground to Rosario, who will go over it, glove it, jump throw from third base, having the range so far over because of the shift. And because of that, we are not able to get him. Now he's going to go ahead and take off for second base, but we got Ohtani swinging at that slider at the feet. He's got to respect that with a little head nod as he heads on back. Now Ranger Suarez for the Phillies. He started 2 as well, but 5 2/3 innings tells me he did not last long in that start. 3 hits, 7 walks. So maybe some major control issues in the game that he did play. We're looking to hopefully have that same kind of outcome here today, as Jonathan India will step into the batter's box. 320 this postseason, 3 RBIs as our leadoff man. Has been pretty strong, but has had some unlucky at-bats as well at times, where he's hitting the ball, making good, solid contact, but is right at somebody on the defense. He'll start off by watching that sinker low, get a circle change in on the hands, trying to get around to pull this one. It'll go deep back into left field, and that's that unlucky at-bat I was talking about, right to the left fielder. Unfortunately, not able to drop down, and Cesar Hernandez will do the same exact thing. Sinker about feet, shoestring high, takes it right to the right fielder. So now we've got Mike Moustakas 2-2 count here, and swings through that circle change in on the hands. It was just a little bit too much for him, and he was not able to capitalize, as we're going to go ahead and stay here. Batting 5th in the order, Cesar Hernandez now up, batting well over 300. And my apologies if I misspelled. I think I did say Cesar Hernandez earlier. That was Victor Rosario, or Ahmad Rosario, hitting at the 2 spot in this order, as they do have a lefty on the mound, so changes up the batting order just a little bit. Hernandez in that 5 spot now with just a little bit more power as he takes that circle change high, deep to center field, back towards the bullpen. It will be gone. Imagine just chilling out there, relaxing, all cool, and then a baseball comes and hits you on top of your head in the bullpen. You thought you were safe. No, sir, not from Cesar Hernandez's 2nd home run of the postseason, and giving us an early 1-0 lead. Nice easy circle change where he can make and do a lot of damage. We see this come in slow motion, about stomach high, able to really get his bat around, a lot of power into that one, and really drive that one to almost one of the deepest parts of the park, 408 feet out there into the bull. I thought I saw somebody warming up already. Dang, Philadelphia, y'all that scared? Bottom of the second, though, still with one out, Doug Granger will look to keep things moving here, as that shifts things and momentum into our favor as we try to go in and keep this inning going. That was a four-seamer up about chest level. He hits this one a long way. That was on a line drive rope. I thought at best that's off the wall for a double. No, he takes that one all the way. It stays up just long enough for another solo home run. Back-to-back jacks as we are now up 2-0. Doug Granger's first postseason home run. Imagine that, just getting drafted 2 years ago, wins Rookie of the Year, and then the next season he's competing for a World Series championship. Been a very crucial part to that as well, as that long 404-foot home run puts us up 2-0. That's when we start feeling comfy. And when we start feeling comfy, we start feeling good. Ain't that right, Jay? It's always feeling good till you get them unlucky at bats. Line drive right to the center fielder. Jesus Aguilar, 2-2. Swings and misses through the circle change up top. So Ranger Suarez able to calm down after that, get the last 2 outs he needs. Not really let this inning blow up. But 2 solo home runs has us looking pretty. We're going to stay with the bats here. Bottom of the third. Tyler Mahle's doing his thing over there at the pitching spot. But let's see if we can make things even more action-packed here with our bats. As Tyler Stevenson runs down the baseline, gets thrown out easy though. Jonathan India, first pitch he sees. He'll go basically to the same exact spot, grounded. Throw will be a little high, but be able to glove it. 2 outs. Ahmed Rosario is up next. First pitch that he sees will be a sinker. Goes in and watches that in the low part of the zone. Wanted nothing to do with that same ground up that the first 2 did. Instead, he gets a 4-seamer pretty much in the same location, going out to left field, and we love left field. Another home run, almost the same exact spot as Doug Granger. His first home run of this postseason. Ahmed Rosario, free agency pickup. We picked him up because he was so versatile, so speedy, and he's played a huge role in taking up for Rafael Devers' production this postseason, both with his legs, his fielding, and now his power. And that's exactly what you want to have happen, man. We're rattling Ranger Suarez here now. And after that, he has a long at-bat here with Mike Moustakas. He's already evened up the count, 3-2, 47 pitches through, only 2 2/3, and he walks Moustakas over to first base. Suarez is looking like he might be having those control issues once again. So next up will be Joey Gallo. Runner over at first. What do he get? That's a circle change in on the hands. He's going to fish this one out into left field, but it will be caught. So once again, stopping the bleeding at very minimal damage. But those home runs are going to start adding up as we're already up 3-0, and Tyler Mahle's looking pretty strong. Popped up to Rosario. He'll glove it for the first out. As we haven't talked too much about him, man. His season was very up and down this year. A lot of bad starts, a lot of really good starts, though. And I think he's looked like a very strong, 3-4 guy in the rotation type of dude, even though we had him at the 2 spot much of the season. That may change as we go into the new year. I'm seeing a lot of things, especially in this postseason. That does have me excited, though, for this team for the future. If we do continue this, or if we were to continue this one, I think we built a very good team here. As that ball gets away from him, as I'm giving him so much praise, solo home run in the right center field. Shohei Ohtani, maybe getting a little bit of payback on how we rocked him in his first start of the series, getting his first home run of this postseason. I'm surprised it took this long to get his first one, but they're on the board. And this is how starts can go from bad to good for Tyler. So we got to hope that he calms himself down and is able to get back on track. Good job getting the swing through that 2-0 pitch. 2-1 now. Fouls off a 4-seamer in on the hands. And how do we look to go ahead and get out of this inning? With another slider. He thought he could get him to swing through it. This will be deep to center field. Jay Allen heading back. Gloves it for the final out in the 4th inning. So thanks to Shohei Ohtani, they're on the board. Maybe they can wake their bats up a little bit. It's going to be back up to ours to get things a little excited here. Maybe he's a little bit mad now after that home run celebration, throwing it almost in at the body on that slider. Cesar Hernandez has worked it back to an even 2-2 count. 53 pitches deep. Fouls off the circle change. Fouls off another sinker. 2-2 still after 2 straight foul offs. That's a four-seamer at knee high. He's going to take this one deep out to left field. At the wall, it's gone. Not the same exact spot, but it will go in the same exact location right back into that bullpen. He has something against pitchers, obviously. Second home run of the day, third of the postseason, and Cesar Hernandez is looking like a strong 5-hitter candidate. That power boost that he gets going up against lefties, very much needed. I'm glad that we have a switcher on this team that can have a little bit of power from at least one of the sides of the plate and good contact on the other. Now Suarez does calm down a little bit, gets 2 back-to-back pop-outs there to go ahead and get back to 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. We're looking to try to make something happen here. Jesus Aguilar, I mean, we have a 4-1 lead, but we'll always take a bigger one. As he watches that circle change on the outside, 2 straight balls. It's back even to our full count now. Sinker low and away. He'll go ahead and take his base over to first. And Ranger Suarez not looking too comfortable. I think the Phillies can tell that too. They're going to go ahead and come out and get him. And go ahead and relieve him of his starter duties here today, man. He did not have a very good start. It was pretty bad for him. And we were about to just start teeing off against him if they didn't take him out sooner or later. So 4 earned runs through, 4 2/3. They're going to have to go to their bullpen already with Andrew Painter. 1 game, 1 2/3. ERA is high as he got rocked in his little outing in the postseason too as well. So we look to go ahead and do that again to him. Let's see if we can go ahead and put up some more runs. 2 outs, runner at first base. And it's all up to Tyler Stevenson to keep this inning going. Painter, wheels, deals. Four-seamer low. Will get called a ball. Good call by the umps. You know, it's something pretty rare for them to do. Is that's in on the hands. He's going to break the bat. Painter's going to come in, grab it, throw to first base, and get him. Getting the last out needed to calm this inning down as Cesar Hernandez strikes again to put us back up on the board. Now you got Jonathan India starting off the bottom of the 5th, looking to try to get in on the home run action, maybe deep to center field at the warning track, and it will be gloved. Because I think that might have actually been just before the warning track. Four-seamer right down the middle, just getting unlucky, not having the same power stroke everybody else is having. As that is Rosario again, popping this one to shallow right field. Looks like Painter's looking pretty calm here. 4 pitches, 3 outs that he's accumulated since he's been in, but that'll be a base hit on the 5th pitch. As Mike Moustakas beats the shift. Something very rare that you see. Beats the shift while hitting into the shift. His next up will be Joey Gallo. And they're going to look to try to maybe pitch them carefully as he's got the most power in our lineup. And home runs already have been flying out of the park. 2 straight, what you can say, almost intentionally walk area pitches. And then he tries to come back over the middle just to get one, and that is a big mistake. Joey Gallo. Boy, I wish I knew his middle name. I would have said it. He hits that one out of the park. Second home run of the postseason. Only 470 feet. It looked like it went a lot deeper. But that is a long home run to give us 2 more runs and go up 6-1. You cannot do that. Through 2 pitches that were way too far out of the zone. You have to come back in the strike zone because you don't necessarily want to walk in with Cesar Hernandez, who's already hit 2 today up behind him. So you try to lay one in over the plate, and he makes you pay. Not able to get any more offense though after that, so we will take this to the top of the 6th. Tyler Mahle looking to kind of close things out. He's got a nice comfortable lead here. We're up by 5 runs. We're not sweating anything at all right now. We are just kind of calmly and eagerly waiting to get out of this game 3 and going to get into game 4. We already got sweep on our minds at this point. We know Mahale's going to put in work and be okay, right? So far he's looking right. As that 3-1 ball goes right to Jay Allen for the nice easy fly out, no move up attempt, runner being at first base. And just like that, we've got 1 out, only 56 pitches through, so pitch count is very low right now. Bryce Harper up next. He'll swing at that splitter low, not able to make any kind of contact. 1-2. Watches the 4-seamer in on the hands. Evened it back up with that one. No call there on the slider. Shohei Ohtani, or should I say the brick wall, coming up next in the on-deck circle. If he's able to walk him, 3-2. Swings and misses at the upstairs heat. 4-seamer has him going to look silly. And it'll be Shohei Ohtani up next, looking to maybe duplicate that home run he had earlier As he takes the first slider, he sees out to Jay Allen, who will come in, jog it in, and grab that one nice and calmly. We'll take things to the top of the 7th where they have 9 outs remaining. Make that 8 as Nick Castellanos hits this one out to Jay Allen for another out. Off the 0-2 there, JT Realmuto is on deck in the on-deck circle. Ty France, 3-1 count. Fouls off a 4-seamer that was just laid down the middle of the plate for him to hit. As this will go ahead and be a full count here. 3-2. What's the pitch? It's going to be a slider. Not able to get him to swing and miss. He's able to connect and bloop this one out to center field for a base hit. So now we got to change up the strategy just a little bit here. Runner at first base. Flies this one out deep to Granger, who will be able to glove this one just up the line. And just like that, we've got 2 outs. So nice, easy work here. We just got Alec Boehm left. He'll line this one over to Aguilar, who makes the great play at first base. The former Gold Glover from 2022 makes it happen over there. And oh, look, we got a bunt attempt here. Is this going to get down? Stevenson will glove this one quickly and throw down to first base for the out. And that's how they waste one of their final 6 outs. 5 left on the board as Gene is up. Grounds this one over to Rosario, who will pick it up. Throw goes over to first base. Tyler Mahaley's looking pretty strong. Maybe a complete game in his future. 84 pitches in at this point. Perdomo 1-1. Chops this one over the ground to India, who will come in running. Throwing off balance. Got it over to first base. And just like that, they're down to their final inning to try to make something happen. Good part of the order to come up to, though. Bryce Harper, Shohei Ohtani, Nick Castellanos, 3, 4, 5. And they're down 6-1 top of the 9th with Tyler Mahaley looking kind of tired here. 85 pitches. But we're going to see if he can go and finish this out. He's got a 5-run cushion to play with. That tying run is so far back in the hole, he might not ever come out. Even with this base hit from Bryce Harper, we're still not worried. Shohei Ohtani looking to come up. 2-1 count. We had to lay that one over the plate with the splitter. He's able to bloop that down the line. It'll bounce up against the wall. Gallo will come up with it. Throw goes into the cutoff man. Just barely in time to not have the runner go home. Maybe if anybody was more than 61 speed, we might have saw something happen there. Now I go to my bullpen. I get Lucas Sims warmed up just in case. Because I don't know how we're going to get out of this. Even if we get 2 fly ball outs, here goes 1. That will still put it a 6-3 ball game, which would make it a save situation for him. Gallo's going to come in and grab it. Throw will come into the cutoff man. Throw to third. Not in time. As they do make this a 6-2 ball game. Ty France will come up next. 2-0 count here. 97 pitch count. And that'll be a base hit that'll get down into the outfield. Jay Allen's going to run and try to cut this off. Just to make sure it doesn't go all the way back to the wall. That could have been a double. So smart play by him. Just going ahead and conceding that line. And making an even better read on the ball. Now, with that being said, though, it is time. Lucas Sims is looking kind of ready. I want to make sure he's all the way ready. We still got a little bit of leeway here. So what do? We go ahead and just complete it off with Tyler Mahaley with a ground ball on that first pitch. I was a little bit worried. I didn't want him to hit like a home run or something. It really made me fearful. Instead, he hits a ground ball over to second base for a double play. And we get out of here with a 6-3 victory. And not only that, a series lead now of 3-0. Coming back tomorrow at home with a chance to sweep the 1-seeded Philadelphia Phillies. This has been a great game here for my Cincinnati Reds. And speaking of which, since we are coming out of the Super Bowl, shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for getting their win. Sorry, Philadelphia. If it makes anything better, I don't think it was a hold. But let's go ahead and celebrate with the team and go ahead and try to get into game number 4. Before we do get into game 4, though, let's go ahead and look at these stats. Because, I mean, it was a great game, right? 8 hits from both sides. They even had an error on their end. But we were able to just capitalize on our runs more often because almost all of our hits were home runs. You know, Hernandez, 2 hits, 2 home runs there. Rosario 1, Gallo 1, Granger 1. That's 5 of our 8 hits were home runs. Other than that, we were able to produce all the runs via home runs because of the 2-run home run as well. But look at those RBIs coming in. 5 on the postseason for Hernandez, 4 for Gallo, Rosario at 3. I'm glad that they're seeing their RBIs go up because it's going to take a team effort to not only finish the series up, but go ahead and beat and achieve the World Series title that we want. So now, let's go ahead and get into game number 4, man. As you can see that we have a 3-0 series lead after winning the first 3 games. Hopefully those if applicable games stay if applicable. Now, unfortunately, Luis Severino was still tired. So today you will be seeing Nick Lodato on the mound. making his postseason debut. Elijah Hernandez effectively dropped back to the 5th after that pretty bad start, and we'll see him probably come out maybe as a long reliever if need be. But let's go ahead and get into this postseason trip, man. Like I said, Nick Lodato coming out into the field. 6 starts, a 10-3 record, 3.39 ERA this season. He was great as a starter when we had him start, great as a long reliever when he needed to be that. He's played every role that we've asked him to, hasn't complained at all, and has looked great doing it. A 1.29 whip, over 100 strikeouts, also giving up over 100 hits. So we'll see what kind of pitcher we get here today. Is John Segura. We'll go ahead and step into the on-deck circle, looking to maybe make something happen here. Batting .240 this postseason. He will be the leadoff batter as he goes and hits that one foul. Nice try there, trying to get that changeup a little bit early, maybe a little too early. This is now an 0-1 count. Watches that four-seamer low. It'll be 0-2. Can we finish it up with a strikeout, as that one is going to be popped over to India for the catch. Going to be looking to get a pretty strong start of him, and work quick out is a good way to go ahead and start off. And we got another ground ball over to India. Throw it to first base for the out. Nice, easy work here so far. 6 pitches in, looking strong. 0-2 count here to Bryce Harper. Oh, that's going to be a line shot deep back in the right center field gap. The shift is not even going to help out with this one, so it'll hit up against the base of the wall. Throw will have to come in quickly, as that will be a lead or 2-out double here in the first inning for him. And there'll be Shohei Ohtani looking to drive in his power teammate. Looking to come up clutch here like he did yesterday with that home run. Can he get one here to go and start off the ball game? 2-2. Nick Lodato scaring down the catcher. Swing and miss at the changeup low. They were just not able to make anything happen with that one, as we will be tasked with facing Mackenzie Gore. 19 starts this season, an 11-6 record, 5.37 ERA. So he hasn't pitched in the postseason yet. So maybe a fresh arm here could be what the Phillies need. Get a new pitcher out there, somebody that we haven't seen yet, haven't had the ability to scout yet. And maybe he'll be able to make something happen for this Phillies pitching staff. Now, Jonathan India still batting over 300, looking to start the game strong for us to get us started here in the bottom of the first. Watching that curveball low. And you can see there, stats from the series, 30 hits, 8 home runs already. It's only been 3 games. In 3 games, we've hit 8 home runs and had a combined amount of 30 hits. This one's going to go out to the outfield and be caught, as unfortunately India hasn't been able to cash in. If some of those balls start getting the lucky break of some of these other hitters, he might have added on to that hit total to get it up there in the 35-40. But just off the bat, 2 fly balls directly to left field. Mike Moustakas up next. Perfect timing on that four-seamer right down the middle. That'll go deep to center field. And see what I'm talking about, Lucky? I feel like a perfect swing should be like a green release in 2K. But even still, it's a line out that will go ahead and take us to the second inning. We look to make Nick Lodato look as good as possible here. Now, it's not looking too good here for Ty France. 3-1 count. Walks him on 5 pitches with that changeup low, not getting called for a strike. Genchi Realmuto is going to come up next and ground this one down the third base line. That'll get to the outfield. Gallo's going to go ahead and cut that off, not letting it go to the wall, so it will just be a single with runners at first and second. Alec Bohm looking to keep the bottom of this lineup hot right now. First and second with 1 out. Chops this one on the ground to Hernandez. This might be the double play ball that he needs. Flip the second for 1. Over to first base for 2. And just like that, avoids a 2-base runner, 1 out emergency. Doug Granger is going to come up for our bats. Looked pretty good last game. Hit the first home run of his postseason career last time out. And with 2 outs here, we're looking to make a little 2-out magic happen. Mackenzie Gore will throw. Four-seamer off the plate will get him swinging. What do you answer back with the four-seamer that comes right back at you? Catcher's going to have to go get this thing in foul territory, but that rolled just enough to basically be a base hit. Jay Allen will come up next with 2 outs. He's going to line this one into the outfield. It'll be off the glove, and he's going to try to, I guess, figure out where it went. Maybe he lost it in the lights. Maybe he thought he had it in his glove for a second and then realized it was at his feet, but that'll be another base hit. And now it's Jesus Aguilar down the line. Third baseman's going to get it. Have time to settle his feet and throw, because Aguilar moves about as fast as a turtle. And he's able to make that throw out. I don't know how you get thrown out like that. Ranging all the way over. He's off balance. He set his feet and still had plenty of time. Not even a bang play, but that was out by a mile. Now here Joey Gallo will go ahead and round this one off. Not trying to cut it off or trying to catch it anymore. Realizing he wasn't going to get to it. And it'll be a leadoff double this time for Bryce Harper. Shohei Ohtani with nobody on. He will line this one just barely foul, as we are blessed that did not catch any of the field. 2-2 count from Nick. Can we see that slider low and away? It'll be right back to Nick Lodato, who will tap it down, throw to third. No, he will change his mind and go to first. Thought about going to third to get the lead runner. Realized that he didn't have the ball in his hand anymore and that he wasn't going to be able to get it. So maybe as part of a strategy, they go ahead and walk Nick Castellanos. to make the double play possible here. 2-2. This will be a fly ball deep into the outfield. Gallo's going to come in. It's pretty shallow. Bryce Harper's going to run on it. Throw will come to the plate. Down to one knee. Stevenson catches it. Perfect laser throw. That ball was right at eye level for Tyler Stevenson. Joey Gallo, the former Gold Glover, probably should have won it this year with an amazing throw and then coming back with his bat, hitting this one a long ways, but it will be gloved for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Cesar Hernandez batting fifth, lefty pitcher. He's got to get some of that power going. That's going to get into the corner. That'll bunch up against the wall with that speed. That will be an easy one-out double for him. And maybe this could be what we need to get some offense going. It's still 0-0 on both sides. So nobody has scored yet through 4. And Granger's going to boot this one out into the outfield. It will get down. Cesar Hernandez is going to come over to the plate. Throw will come into the cutoff man, but not to the plate, as that'll be the first base runner of the ball game to come around. Doug Granger coming in clutch with the RBI. It's a 1-0 lead, and it's not over yet. Jay Allen, base hit into the outfield. Granger not going to extend this one to third base. We still have runners at first and second. Only one out. And we're looking strong. Here's this bottom of the order doing what it does. Jesus Aguilar batting eighth. You know what kind of lineup you have to have him batting eighth? A pretty fast one. As this one gets knocked down, throw will go over to first base, and they are... Woo, that was way closer than it needed to be. He dove, bounced off his glove, got up, recollected himself, and still almost got the out. Next up, though, Tyler Stevenson will get this one into the outfield. Easy catch there, but also easy tags, as this will just come into the cutoff man. No throws anywhere, as that throw wasn't even close. He might as well just held on to it. It's a 2-0 ball game here, as the top of the lineup is able to go in and get active now. Jonathan India, RBI base hit into the outfield. A 3-run inning after this inning was 0-0. Now we have a great chance to make something happen here. Ahmad Rosario, can he keep it going? That's going to be a curveball that hits into the gap. It'll get down. Cut off before it reaches the warning track. Do they try to send India home? They will. The cutoff man's going to get it. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Just sliding ahead of the tag. It is 5-0 Cincinnati Reds. Ahmad Rosario. Curveball. Just knees it out. Moves the knees out the way. Fish the ball out to the outfield. This is a great cutoff to not let it go to the wall. Otherwise, it could have been a triple. Maybe even inside the park home run, the way that ball was moving so slow. But because of that, Mackenzie Gore, we've seen about enough of you, man. Yep. Go ahead and hang your head in shame. It's been 3 2/3 innings, 5 earned runs, and a not very good start at all for the Philadelphia Phillies in an elimination game. If they lose this, they are going home. And with that in mind, they bring in Andrew Painter. Like we ain't been taxing this man all postseason. The first man he has to face is Mike Moustakas, getting him into an even count already, 2-2. We'll go ahead and watch that slider in on the hands. Maybe he's going to walk Moustakas and get back to Gallo. That's going to be a 4-seamer in the hand. He's going to hit it opposite field. Center fielder coming in, and he will glove it. Just barely able to get there in time, man, to go ahead and make that catch. As they finally escape the bleeding, it's a 5-run 4th inning. And that should be all Nick Lodato needs to feel comfy right here. You got 5 runs of cushion. Let's see what you do with it here in the top of the 5th. Immediately starting out with a 3-pitch fly out. Jay Allen will go ahead and glove that one and throw it back in. Alec Bohm up next, 0-2. Flies this one out to Jay Allen as well. Will the speed be enough to get there tracking it? It will bounce up against the base of the wall, so not able to get there this time. It'll be a 1-out double, maybe a chance for them to finally answer right back after we get a bunch of runs. Are they going to get some offense of their own up the middle? That'll get past Cesar Hernandez. Jay Allen's going to come in. Throw will come into the plate. Be up the line, not even close. That's an RBI base hit to answer right back. Now, we've seen innings like this get blown up for our pitchers, so we're hoping that that's not the case here. As Granger's going to range back and catch this one over his head. No chances there this time for a base hit, as it's 2 outs. Geraldo is up next, full count. Bryce Harper in the on-deck circle, waiting to maybe make something happen here. Stamina is in the yellow. Pitch count is pretty high. They're going to steal second. This ball will go out to Jay Allen, who will go ahead and glove it. 5 innings strong work here. And you got to think, do you keep him out for the 6th knowing the pitch count is up there, even with the cushion, or do you go ahead and take that man out? And at least so far, we managed to keep him out. He pitched through the 6th inning quickly and manageably. And now we got him here in the top of the 7th. Pitch count was only at 84 when we last left off. It was 74. So a quick 6th inning. As we've got our 2-2 count here. Go full. JT Realmuto in the on-deck circle. Ty France hits a base hit out to Granger, though. That'll be a leadoff single. 86 pitches in. We do have somebody in the bullpen warming, I would hope. Pitch coach, we got somebody warming up over there? That's 2 base hits. I hope somebody can come into this ball game, as that'll go ahead and get down. First and second, no outs, and we're close to 9 pitches. Oh, he's not done yet? Alec Bohm. He'll fly this one out. Granger's going to go over. He won't be able to get to it, and it will get up past him to the wall. He was not able to go ahead and glove that one cleanly. It's not only 1 run, but 2 runs are going to come in, and this inning is looking very scary. If you remember, they had a chance to put it away last time and gave up a similar inning like this. But Nick Lodato is still out there. I didn't learn my lesson. Ground ball to Hernandez. Throw over to first base, and that'll be the first out finally of the inning. With that said, we'll go ahead and bring in Brusdar Graterol. I think I've been saying his name wrong this whole song. Brusdar Graterol. I believe that's how you say it. He'll come in and try to limit the bleeding. Gives up a little ground ball out here. So just like that, they've answered back with 4 of their own in this inning. And look to maybe keep it going. Geraldo, 2 outs. He'll chop this over to Hernandez for the easy play. And we'll get out of that clean, man. We leave it with the lead. And now it's time for the offense to try to put something together here. They've been quiet since the 4th inning, not thinking they needed to do anything else. So Jonathan India says, let me get a double real quick and wake back up. Bottom of the 7th, leadoff double off Sir Anthony Dominguez. Amal Rosario, he's going to bunt this down the third base line. Third baseman going to come in, barehanded throw over to first, and he's got him. But that will move the runner over, and one more insurance run will make you feel safe here. As Moustakas got a home run pitch, just barely missed it. 1-2, gets a slider up in the zone. Good lead time. This will be out to center field. A good distance away. The runner is going to come to the plate. Throw is going to come all the way to the plate, be way up the line. And India doesn't even have to slide for that. 6-4 ball game. Back to a 2-run lead here. And this might be exactly what they need. Is they're going to go in and walk Gallo. No chance to risk a home run from him. So you go to Cesar Hernandez, who actually had 2 home runs just yesterday. And he lines this one into the outfield for another base hit, still being clutch. As that's going to be a first and second situation. They're going to go ahead and bring in Brian Abreu. 3 games, 2 2/3 record. And his job is to basically just come in, look good, and not give up any more runs. As we look to go ahead and try to get this game finished up. They're trying not to be eliminated. They need their bats to stay up a little bit longer. They need the pitching staff to help out. That'll be chopped down, throw over to first base, and just barely get Doug Granger. He was not able to beat that out. We go to the top of the 8th. Graterol still in. First batter he faces 0-2. Will fly this one deep out to Jay Allen, who will corral this just before the warning track. Great play. Way to read that off Bryce Harper's bat. Shohei Ohtani up next. If you can get through this part, this is the hardest part of the order. At least it's not coming up in the 9th. Full count here, 3-2. Swings and misses through the sinker in the hands. Couldn't see it well enough, and he's going to walk back to the bench. Nick Castellanos is up next. He watches that sinker low, not trying to swing through it. But then unfortunately falls forward the second time around. 0-2 count. Can Graterol get us out of this? Call strike 3 on the slider on the outside black. Beautiful slider there, and we look to turn things over to our trusted closer, Lucas Sims. 3 games, 3 saves this postseason, 3 strikeouts, and he's just 2 or 3 outs away from being able to make us go to the World Series, possibly. Swing and a miss there. After we get the strikeout there on the first one, 0-1. Watches the 4-seamer next time. It's an 0-2 count to JT Realmuto. Swings at the slider down low. They're down to their final out. Final strike. Alec Bohm watches the 4-seamer off the plate. Very risky with only 1 strike left for your season. 3-2. What does he throw? The 4-seamer right by him. And your Cincinnati Reds have taken the NLCS via sweep from the 1-seeded Philadelphia Phillies. National League champions. The National League pennant is ours. It's going back to Cincinnati. We have officially, at least in my eyes, whether we win the World Series or not, turned this team around. They were the worst team in baseball when I picked them up. We followed suit by actually having a record, I think only 2 or 3 games better than the real life Reds in our first season. The next year we bounced back and we win 5 or 6 more games, but I only had a 3-year contract. The other GMs were talking about I might get fired. I might not be worth it. And what happens? We turn the season completely around and go from worst. Actually, I don't think we were worse. I think we were like the 3rd or 4th. From worst to first, as we are now on top of the National League, the best team in the National League. Give it up if you're a Cincinnati Reds fan. Let me hear you in the comment section if you're happy to at least see this version of your Reds doing good. 6-4 win here, and we sweep the Phillies. They only had one more win greater than us this season. Maybe I'm glad that we didn't have home field advantage, so we had those 3 games at home back to back to back, and we were able to steal the 2 road games. But a great game here. 11 hits from the offense, 2s all around from India. Rosario, Hernandez, Granger, Allen had a great game. No home runs this entire game too. That was 6 runs of manufactured doubles, singles, sack flies, sack bunts, moving around. Nick Lodato, 6 1/3, 4 earned runs. Wish it wasn't so high, so the ERA wasn't so high, but a pretty good start. I left him in there probably a little bit longer than he should have. Gratterall did a great job holding that thing together there with that inning and 2/3, and another masterful save for Lucas Sims. 3 strikeouts. You can't ask for anything better as we go ahead and look to move things on to see who our World Series opponent is going to be. And here you can see it is still to be determined, as in the AL side, it doesn't look like somebody's won their matchup just yet. As I go check it out, I know it's the Mariners and Angels. Division opponents fighting it out in the NLCS. And yeah, the Mariners are down 1-2. So what I'm thinking about doing here is we will sim to an elimination game, and I'm going to show it at the beginning of the next episode. The next episode will include the first game of the World Series as well as the final game of us watching what happened on what team makes it. So you guys are not even going to know in this episode. If you want to know who makes the World Series for the AL and who we're playing, tune in for the next one, man. As you can see here, it'll be the Angels, Mariners in Seattle for Game 5, and the Mariners need to keep their season alive. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys are excited to see those highlights for you. I know you guys requested them, so I'm going to do them, and we'll carry it into the next movie to show for sure. Catch you guys in the next one, man. It's me, your boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka GM Smooth. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man. I can't believe we made it to the World Series, bro. I'm so shocked. Let's turn up.